Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. And in my committee report this morning, I want to make reference to page 49 of the 2023-24 budget estimates. And the topic that I want to talk on is key issues in the agriculture portfolio. And Deputy Speaker, it's a wild dog or dingo issue that I want to speak on, one that I've mentioned many times in this chamber and one that annually costs Victorian farmers between $13 and $18 million. And Deputy Speaker, I want to talk about some of the research in this area. Now, a couple of years back, there was some research done where we were told that all of the dingoes in Victoria were primarily purebred animals. Dr. Kylie Cairns completed some work and actually sent me an email that said, and I quote from that email, updated DNA testing using 195,000 DNA markers found that in Victoria 87% of animals tested were dingoes with no dog ancestry at all, with the remaining animals all carrying more than 85% DNA. It was pretty clear. I was told that the evidence was in and it needed to be accepted. This, of course, was challenged by a number of local farmers who believed that wasn't the case, and an area I know you're familiar with, Deputy Speaker, up in the Tambo Valley, where your ancestors hail from. I attended public meetings in Omeo and also up at Galantaby, where this was refuted, but the clear message was accept the science. However, just prior to Christmas, a new report was released, and this was done by led by the University of Munich geneticist Lockie Scarsbrook and 26 other researchers. And it had some very interesting findings, given it, and very, very current, given it's only about 7 weeks old. And some of the findings were, and I quote, the study showed that many dingoes, particularly those from southeast Australia, that's our area, experienced admixture with European dogs. The majority of gene flow events coincided with the initiation of landscape-scale population control in the 1960s. European dogs, including kangaroo hounds, are known to have accompanied colonists who traversed Australia's interior and coastline. An Edward John Ayres expedition reached the Nullarbor region as early as 1841. European expeditions, livestock stations and Aboriginal trade networks could all have acted as sources of domestic dog ancestry. We also detected significant gene sharing between dingoes and the kangaroo hound, as well as the Australian cattle dog. Interesting. Seems to be in direct contrast to the finding of Dr. Cairns. It then went on to say, many dingoes, particularly those from southeast Australia, experienced admixture with European dogs. Our results illustrate how European colonisation, through the introduction of dogs, invasive species and land use changes, impacted both ancestry and ecology of dingoes. Finally, it says, our study reveals evidence for widespread interbreeding across Australia prior to the 21st century. Now, it seems that the study that was originally done by Dr. Cairns didn't include pre-colonial dingo DNA. I emailed Dr. Cairns over a month ago to ask her about these, what appears to be conflicting findings, and surprisingly I haven't had a response to that. But I did note one comment she made in a recent article, and that was, we want dingoes left in national parks for the benefit of the ecosystem and not living on farms where they do damage. We certainly agree with that. They are important to our ecology, no argument there, but we also must be allowed to control their numbers on the farmland interface where they are killing stock. That is a discussion that I won't get into this morning, but one that I will cover off on in a contribution over the next few sitting weeks, Deputy Speaker, because we still have very, very, very significant stock losses occurring now in East Gippsland with dog numbers out of control.